Hi everyone, it's always so excited to be with you. The topic we'll be talking about is forgiveness. To talk about forgiveness, I'm joined here with my sister, Sister Nikki. Hi, Sister Nikki.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon, everybody.
And I was reading our Lord Jesus with the disciples. As he was walking with them, they're asking him about prayer. And then in the prayer, he was showing them how to pray. And in the how to pray, he gave them the Lord Prayer. At the end, that what touches me, the verse in Matthew chapter 6, verse 14, where Jesus himself said to the disciple, if you forgive others their sin, if you don't forgive them, the Lord won't forgive you. So you need to forgive others.
Yes.
As the Lord himself forgive you. And then what touches me was the condition. He didn't just say, you know what, forgive. He just said, if you forgive the sin of others, as God is forgiving you. So Sister Nikki, what do you say about forgiveness?
Yeah, the way that you're putting it is it's a condition that God places, and it's something that was very dear to Jesus' heart.
Yeah.
And he shared it with his disciples. And I would like to start by introducing a scenario to you. And I want you to listen to the scenario.
Yes, I will.
And I want you to see if you can perhaps, if it sounds familiar to you, and if you can relate to this. You know, there are many people in the Bible that went through forgiveness.
Yeah.
And those scenarios were recorded in the Bible as well.
Yes.
Where they were not treated fairly. So I went into the Amplified and I looked at Psalm 55.
Yeah.
And if you look at verse 12, and I looked at the Amplified, I love the Amplified because it just amplifies certain things and it makes it more real.
Thanks.
So here David was saying, now David had a lot of enemies constantly.
Yes.
He had a lot of close friends. He had so many people that wanted to wrong him. And I think forgiveness was something he had to constantly work on.
Yes.
So in Psalm 55, verse 12, he says, if it were an enemy that mocked me, that boasted over me, I would endure it. Other translations says, I can bear it, or, you know, he said it would have been easier if it were an enemy. And then he says, but it is you, my companion, my colleague, and a close friend, someone I had intimate talks with.
Yes.
That is a close friend.
Wow.
And then it goes further, and it says, and we worshipped in the temple together. My former companion attacked his friends, and he broke his promises. So this comes from David. And we see here David being placed in a scenario where it could be a close friend, a colleague, in the workplace, someone that his workplace was the war at that stage, and other soldiers maybe, and even fellow believers, a fellow believer, someone that worshipped with him in the temple.
So forgiveness is not only for other people outside. It can happen even in the church. It goes from workplace, even between believers. People can still wrong themselves. It's not like, oh, we are now in the church, everyone is holy, we are now closer to God, everyone know God, but we can still wrong each other, and forgiveness is still there.
Absolutely, even more so.
Yeah.
But even people in the world. And do we not all experience injustice, mistreatment, misunderstandings daily? And naturally, these experiences produces feelings of resentment, anger, hurt. A lot of people out there walk around hurt. And from things that happened years ago, but they're still experiencing that hurt.
Yes, that's true.
So that is our reality as Christians. And we need to ask ourselves, how do we as Christians cope with these feelings?
That's true.
You can't deny it.
No, we cannot.
We cannot deny it. And how are we going to deal with this? And how does this affect our walk with the Lord
Yes.
up the mountain of prayer?
Yes, that's true.